dancers. So lately on the Whole Dancer podcast, we've been talking about counting macronutrients, counting carbs, protein, and fat. This video is about why my biggest feeling about all of this counting is that you probably shouldn't be counting anything. Now I know if you listen to those podcasts, you're probably like, Jess, why did you even talk about this stuff? And the reason is that, I know that there's this strong inclination and strong feeling that you should be tracking something or counting something or, getting X number of grams of protein each day to ensure that you're sustaining your muscles or whatever it might be. However, as I said, my deepest truth is that I don't think that you really need to be counting anything. You don't need to count calories. You don't need to count macronutrients. You don't need to count your nutrient levels. It just isn't really worth the time and the stress. If humans were in charge of calculating our intake in order for us to sustain life and live and go on and get stronger and all of that stuff, we would have gone extinct a long time ago. We wouldn't have lasted as long as we have if we were in charge of calculating those numbers to reach some pinnacle of health or wellness or well-being. Luckily, our bodies function as very advanced sort of machines, complex, intelligent, intuitive machines. And here's how that works. When you consume an apple, for example, you can't know for sure how much vitamin C or potassium or other nutrients are in that apple. Each and every apple is going to have a different amount, and unless you have it analyzed in a lab, you can only guess how much of each vitamin or mineral might be present. So it's all guesswork. It's not really based on, a sure fact. You can look it up and find approximations and, approximations of calorie content and approximate values of carbs, fat, and protein in an apple, but each and every apple is going to be different. The nutrients in your apple are going to vary depending on if it's organic, if it's conventional or GMO, how far it's traveled, how long it's been stored, how old it is, any pesticides that were used on it. So this goes for the calories, grams of carbohydrate, fat, and protein in the apple as well. You can make guesstimations, but you're not going to know for sure. You're never going to be able to track these things at that exact level that you might think you are. When you consume an apple, your body does this incredible thing, an apple or anything, right? An apple is just the example we're using here. When you consume food, your body does this awesome thing where it takes just what it needs from the nutrients that are coming from that food. And it assimilates just what it needs to your body in that moment. Some might be stored for later, but some is also lost. And that, once again, can't be calculated at all. You can't measure and see how much is being used as far as the different vitamins in the apple and all of that. So it's a good idea to not get hung up on those things because we're never going to be able to know for sure what our body is actually taking from it and what it's losing. This is the amazing intelligence and intuition of your body. And this is why, instead of counting things, the number one way that you should be approaching food is by listening to your cravings and your desires when it comes to those healthy, nutrient-dense fruits and vegetables and maximizing them. Avoid eating specific meals out of habit or always just consuming what's easiest, and instead work on listening to your body and learning what really works for it to feel the highest level of energy that you can, to work towards the highest level of strength and muscle tone and building that you can.
Sign up for the free Food is Dancing Fuel mini course from The Whole Dancer. Go to thewholedancer.com/mini course to sign up.